shot calling, hitting like it's Raleigh.
Hey guys, so basically this is a what if, sorry. So guys, basically I just have to change up the music real quick. So basically, let me turn that down real quick. So basically, this is part 2 of the Pietro from Age of Ultron survived. Now, um, subscriber or a commenter commented, can you please do part 2? So I'm doing a part 2. So basically, part 2 is basically going to be a how Endgame would change if Quicksilver was alive. So let's get into it. I last left off with Quicksilver pretty much, went through his same whole entire life after Endgame. Now, pretty much after Infinity War, Quicksilver actually stays in pretty much near the area where, whatchamacallit, where Sokovia was. Quicksilver lives a normal life, wearing civilian clothes resembling this. Pretty much just, going through life. Now, Quicksilver has trained himself to get a lot more faster. And now in this universe, Quicksilver, since he's a lot more faster, he's about the same speed as Age of Ultron, he's about the same speed as, pretty much, Apocalypse. He's the same speed as Apocalypse, Age of Apocalypse, Quicksilver, Days of Future Past Quicksilver. He's about the same speed as him, and also a little bit faster. So he's pretty fast, a lot more faster than he was since, he's been alive a lot more longer, and he's gotten more, trained with his super speed. So, pretty much, we skip to when, Ant-Man explains to everybody about the whole tire, time travel and all that other stuff. So they gather everybody up, and Rocket Raccoon. They also do a double trip, also picking up Quicksilver with what was it, Thor. So they pick up Quicksilver, Pietro, and Pietro is confused. He says, why are we doing this? And he says, we can bring back Wanda, Vision too. We can bring back everybody that was snapped away. Pietro says, really? Pretty much they start and they get ready. Everybody is, assembled, and they got the whole entire team, up and running and, together. So, guys, I'm gonna be putting Pietro with, I'm gonna be putting Pietro with the, what was it again? I'm gonna be pitting him with the Ant-Man, Captain America, and Iron Man, with them, the team with them. So pretty much, they start the team, fight, and pretty much they start figuring out. And Pietro's actually the one that says that if you pick one date, all of the Infinity Stones, 3 Infinity Stones are at the same place. So pretty much, Pietro says that instead of Black Widow, and pretty much they get ready. So they get ready, and Pietro gets suited up. Pietro pretty much just has the same suit that everybody else has, but with like a lightning bolt on the back of it. And also he has an undersuit, a new suit that he made, resembling something like this. So Pietro goes there, and they get ready. So they, land or time travel to the whole entire, pretty much Avengers fight and everything. So Hulk takes, all the charge, and pretty much Quicksilver just ditches everybody and runs straight into the building, passing all of the security, pretty much passing everybody, not making anybody see him. So pretty much he sees that he sneaks up behind Iron Man when he's in the Avengers, place, looking at them. So they run off, and pretty much Hulk goes down the stairs. Or the Hulk in that timeline goes down the stairs. So pretty much Iron Man does the same thing, the same, whole entire smooth look, and Pietro's just looking in the back lines. But Pietro sees that Hulk steps in. Pietro runs as fast as he can, and pretty much stops Hulk at the last second. But Hulk, is too strong, and he pushes Pietro back. Pietro gets knocked into the wall and pretty much can't get back up because he's a little bit injured. So pretty much they lose the pretty much stone, and the mission's over. But Pietro pretty much doesn't have any ideas, but they make the idea, and they still go back in time to where the pin particles were there. The pin particles were there. So Pietro goes there, and so basically they get the pin particles, and Pietro just stays in the back lines, and eventually, they get the pin particles, and they get out of there quick in a hurry, and they don't, waste any time. Pietro walks into Cap, looking at his, crush, or like his old girlfriend from the 19s or something, I don't know, the 80s. So basically, Pietro says, we gotta go, and pretty much, runs Steve out of there, like, really fast, not letting anybody see them. So, they get the mission done, and they go back to, the main time. So, pretty much everything else in the, pretty much, thing happens. Black Widow sacrifices herself to get the stone, Nebula gets captured, all that other jazz. So, yeah. So, basically, they're in, the thing, and they're starting to, get up and take together the stones. But eventually Thanos shows up, and pretty much in this universe, Pietro is like sitting right next to, is walking right next to, right next to Ant-Man. They look at the pretty much sky, and they both say, I think it worked. And pretty much out of nowhere, they hear a shadow. They see a big ship in the sky, and it hits them. Pietro runs, Ant-Man out of there as fast as possible, also grabbing Tony, Cap, and also Thor at the same time. He runs out of there as fast as possible, capturing or, grabbing anybody he can out of the building as fast as possible before the building collapses, and getting them, out of danger. So they see it happening, and they, start. So Pietro runs back into the rubble of the building, and he finds Hawkeye pretty much in the middle. He sees Hawkeye running out of the whole entire ship, and eventually Hawkeye, gets knocked out and betrayed by, the past Nebula. The past Nebula runs off with the Infinity Gauntlet, and eventually, they do a whole entire fighting scene, and the whole entire war, the big clash happens. Pietro's running around everywhere, and Pietro finds his sister. Pretty much with the whole entire fighting scene with Cap and Thanos in their last fight, with like the big three, Cap, Iron Man, and Thor. Pietro's right next to them as well. Pietro runs in there, brass not, thinking, and runs straight at Thanos. Thanos grabs Pietro by the chest and pretty much throws him into a pack of rubble, knocking him out for the rest of the match, the rest of the fight. So they start fighting, and pretty much Captain America lifts the hammer. Captain America throws the hammer left and right, and pretty much eventually Pietro gets back up and looks around. Pietro sees that he sees everybody, getting snapped back, and he sees that Iron Man pretty much snaps his fingers. So pretty much, they see that everybody comes back, and Pietro gets back up as soon as, Doctor Strange opens the portal. So, Pietro gets ready, and they get started. So, they run around, pretty much taking out, the rest of the people, and Thanos, they do the whole entire fight. Spider-Man is swinging around, pretty much keeping the, Infinity Gauntlet by everybody else. Pietro actually grabs the Infinity Gauntlet from Black Panther, because Black Panther gave it to him, and Pietro runs around everywhere, trying to get it away from most of the, villains. He's running, and pretty much Captain Marvel catches up with him. Pietro stops and gives Captain Marvel the, the Infinity Gauntlet, and Pietro runs back into the fight, seeing that, running right into the moment that, Wanda is about to, Thanos, about to kill Thanos. So, Pietro runs in there, doesn't mess up anything, but, yet again, the Blitz happens, and they all go down. So, the bombs go down, and Pietro pretty much grabs Wanda and gets it out of there as fast as possible, running out there, passing everybody, getting to safety. So, pretty much everybody getting bombed and all that other stuff, and Thanos eventually finds the Infinity Gauntlet and about to snap his fingers. Pietro runs out of there at the last second, grabs the, pretty much, the Infinity Stones, seemingly, but he's not fast enough to grab all of them. But Iron Man grabs the Infinity Stones from Thanos at the last second, and he does the whole entire eye in Thanos. But Pietro's still awake. Pietro sees this happening. Since he has Quicksilver Apocalypse type of speed, he runs over there, grabs all the stones individually, or no, then doesn't grab the stone individually, just grabs the gauntlet off of, Tony's hands, runs the gauntlet away, and pretty much gives it to Thor. Thor grabs the Infinity Gauntlet and snaps his fingers, and everything pretty much goes normal. And all the villains and the Dark Order and Thanos get snapped away. Tony's confused, and Tony is still alive in this what if. So, Tony doesn't die. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this what if. Hope you guys enjoyed this what if. So, guys, I will be making a part 3 of how this would change WandaVision, or if WandaVision would even be, would even exist if Pietro was still alive. And I want to be seeing how would it change the up-and-coming Marvel movies if Pietro was still alive. So, see you guys later. Bye, deuces, and I hope you enjoyed the what if. See you guys later. And as always, have a blessed day.